Hello and welcome to today's game. I'm your commentator Naomi Newman. Today's match is in the FA Women's National League Cup in the preliminary round. It's Swindon Town Women's versus AFC Wimbledon Women's at the County Ground. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. Swindon Town's lineup is 25 Georgia Hunt in goal, Gypsy Vivash, 4 Jess Graham, 5 Holly Randall, 6 Taylor MacDonald, 9 Annie Colston, 11 Helena Diaz-Butcher, 16 Ellie Stripple, 21 Grace Purnell, 26 Billy Haynes, and the captain 35 Georgia Clifford. Our media team caught up with the town women's manager Mike Cook earlier ahead of today's game. Hear what he had to say ahead of the game.
Mike, obviously coming off the back of a very frustrating result against Keynsham, obviously a lot of chances not taken. How's that going to change today?
Well, hopefully we can put those chances away. that would be a nice change for us. Although, you know, sort of previous games where we've won sort of 4 and 6 goals in pre-season, you know, it just wasn't going to be. The other night I thought their goalkeeper was absolutely fantastic. So sometimes, you know, you can say sharpen up and, you know, work on your finishing a little bit, but I think their goalkeeper had an unbelievable game the other night. So I think it's just plenty more of the same. If we can get a few of those chances today, I think we'll be okay.
Obviously a very challenging game today against a top team. You know, what's the atmosphere on the team and how are you going to tackle that today?
Yeah, I think it's pretty positive. You know, it's like we said before. I think that these are the days that if you're a player, you live for these days on a lovely ground, the county ground, lovely pitch. There's no excuses, you know, about bobbles and things like that. The pitch is absolutely immaculate, as you can see. So yeah, it's no excuses. We just got to play what we can do. We know it's going to be tough. I think up to the last week they hadn't lost in 12 months, I'd say, something like that, so that's pretty decent. So we've just got to be, you know, on it with our game. We're giving a couple of players a bit of a chance today as well, so we've rotated around the squad, so that'll be interesting to see whether they take their opportunity.
Yeah, and of course, the cup is round 2 today. How much would it mean for yourself and the team to get to the third round?
Yeah, it'd be brilliant if we can get through. It's not a cup that we've identified that we're going to go particularly far in, because we haven't planned like that. For us, the league campaign is the most important thing. But that's not to say that, you know, we're not going to be giving it 100% today, because this is an important thing for us to maybe get a run going, and you know, you can a lot of things just through winning, getting a bit of confidence, self-esteem, all those sort of things are brilliant. So we're definitely going for it, but we've identified this as a game where we're going to try a few people out as well.
Mike, thank you very much. Best of luck with the game.
Cheers, Matt.
The club's number 5, Holly Randall, caught up with Town's media team ahead of today's cup clash. Hear what she had to say ahead of today's game against Wimbledon.
Holly, big game today. What are your thoughts going into it?
Really excited, obviously playing at the county ground for the first time this season, and for a lot of the girls it's the first time ever, so yeah, really excited.
Obviously against Keynsham, easily man of the match for yourself. How do you feel like you're going to turn that performance into today?
Yeah, I think we just got to carry it on as a team. I mean, obviously it's a cup game, so we switched around a few players, but I think we keep playing the same way and we'll definitely get some luck today.
Against Wimbledon today, big side. How excited are you?
Yeah, really excited to be fair. It's quite big for the clubs, obviously being in the second round already, and hopefully if we play well and we get into the third round, it's big achievement.
How much will it mean to get into the third round?
Yeah, a lot to be fair, because it's big for the club, big for the girls. Obviously a lot of us never really played kind of this level before, so it's a big thing.
Cheers, Holly.
Thank you.
The teams are getting ready to line up. Managers making their way out. Mike Cook has made his way out. The referees are making their way out. There is plenty of opportunity for sponsorships in Swindon Town Women's, including the stream. So if you would like to sponsor this, please get in contact with the club. A couple of the substitutes are making their way out now. If we look back to previous matches, Swindon's last match was the league game on Thursday night that ended in a 0-0 draw against Keynsham. And the last cup game was a 4-1 win away to Actonians. Wimbledon, their last league game was against Ashford Town, which they lost at home 2-0. And their last cup game was Chatham Town, which they won 2-0, which have let them through to this round. Today we have plenty of local grassroots clubs around, some mascots lining up with the girls, which is very honourable to have.
Who played left back? Was it Holly Beckerson played? So yeah, she played wide in the last game. I don't think she's playing today, is she?
No, she's away.
No, she's
suspended.
So yeah, I think Grace comes in for her today. So looking for a lot of the same really from Thursday night. A lot of good switches of the ball, attack down both sides. So yeah, it'd be good to see what the women's side can do at the county ground, which would be nice.
And a lot of young players in the squad. How good do you think it is to get young women into games like this?
Definitely, great experience for them. It's a perfect opportunity for them to go show what they can do, and especially to play at the stadium. This is where hopefully they can get most of their fixtures throughout the season, so hopefully we can start seeing more women's games here.
Yeah, good amount of fans here today. Wimbledon have had a good following. Just doing the last couple of team talks and the captains deciding which side they're playing on, with that being Georgia Clifford and Hannah Billingham. This isn't the only county ground game we have this season. We're back again next Sunday for Southampton women versus Swindon Town women. Again, kick-off at 2 p.m. What kind of motivation do you think the managers and the fellow players trying to give to each other right now?
I think just don't worry about the the atmosphere, the stadium. Just keep playing, and obviously the motivation is win the game and go into the next round. So that's the most important thing. It's no different to where they normally play. A couple of more fans, so hopefully the atmosphere drives them on and they play really well and get the result that they're looking for.
Hopefully. So it'll be Wimbledon kicking off the game today. Just waiting on the referee's whistle. Town women seem to be very prepared, just waiting on the referee's whistle. Wimbledon just taking out some earrings to prepare for the game, getting rid of some jewellery. Obviously, this pitch is a lot bigger than the usual pitches they're playing in Foundation Park. Do you think that'll affect the game in any way or tire them out?
Yeah, County Ground's a big pitch, or even for the men yesterday, it was a difficult game in the heat. I think it will suit the way Mike Cook set the team up, the way we want to switch the ball. It's rained a little bit today, which is nice, keep the pitch nice and slick, so it will suit their passing game, which will be good. But the women just have to move it quickly, have to move it sharp, and I think it will suit the way they play.
Yeah, as you were saying about yesterday's men game, luckily it has cooled down quite a bit and it has rained a little, but it is relatively warm, and that is Nicola Gibson starting off the game. Ball falls to Taylor McDonald. Billy Haynes trying to push the ball forward to Annie Colston, just missing that opportunity. It is caught by a Wimbledon player, but Annie deals with it well. Throw in for Wimbledon. As their number 3, Billy Brooks, comes on after just removing some earrings. Jess Graham, Billy Haynes, Ellie Stribble trying to push it forward, surrounded by the Wimbledon players. It's pushed out for another throw-in, which will go Wimbledon's way. It's a long ball by Wimbledon. It falls to Georgia Clifford. Just doesn't let it fall to another Swindon player. It goes to Fran Alley. Wimbledon knocking the ball around a bit. Jess Graham to Clifford. Through ball over to Diaz Butcher. And just gets intercepted by one of the Wimbledon players. Wimbledon are moving the ball forward into the box, but it is into the safe hands of George Hunt. Hunt goes long, falls to a Wimbledon player, but Annie Colston just manages to find the rebound. Haynes trying to move it forward for Diaz Butcher. She's very fast, don't you think?
Yeah, you've seen a couple of games, the Exeter game especially. Ball's down the side, she works hard, and she gets a goal off the back of it from working hard 2 weeks ago. So, well, it was a week ago, wasn't it? There were 2 games in there. But no, she puts 100% effort in every game, chases balls that might not be hers, but she works hard and turns good balls into bad balls. Bad balls into good balls, sorry. So she is a good player.
And this is Swindon on the cap, Gypsy Vivesh. And that is just taken away by Hannah Billingham. A throw-in for Swindon. Vivesh is about to take it, trying to get it into the box. Falls to Annie Colston. Back out to Vivish. Just can't get it into a solid position and dangerous attack in the box. We've got another throw in for Wimbledon. Trying to move it forward. Lanes gets ahead to it, but it falls to Ellie Stripple. She's always fast on the ball. She manages to constantly find those opportunities. Haynes is trying to get to it, just about gets to it, but it falls into the hands of Lauren Allen. Good attack there from Swindon, Liz?
Yeah, good play from Ellie Stripple in the middle. Beat her player quite nicely. But that's the kind of thing that Mike's got them doing, switching the ball out from one side into the other. Ball just on the stretch for Billy there, so little attempt on goal early, but nice. But yeah, it's unfortunate it wasn't couldn't get a full connection on the strike.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and replicate a similar thing. That's Holly Randall on the ball. Falls to another Wimbledon player. The accuracy just isn't there. Lanes picks it up. Back to Holly Randall. To another Wimbledon player. Just a quick free kick from inside their own half. They move it forward into the box, but into the safe hands of Hunt again. Purnell's trying to get the ball again, gets ahead to it. Haynes finds it. Russell putting in the defence. Oh, interesting challenge there from Kelly Hyman on Grace Purnell. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it was a bit of a foul by Grace. I think she's a little bit over-eager, and that's what you've got to be careful of as a young player coming into these games. You've got to keep your enthusiasm under check, and she's a little bit late there, so hopefully she doesn't make another foul like that and gets carded. But yeah, you can see her enthusiasm, which is good, but just needs to keep it in check.
Yeah, she's one of the players that has been very enthusiastic the whole way through pre-season and the beginning of the season. But you know, she's probably excited. She's probably a bit stressed as well. It's playing in the stadium for the first time of the season, but it's a free kick for Wimbledon. Moving it forward to Clifford and Hinks to Gibson. Fivish puts it away. Attempts the clearance and it goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in falls to another lot of Wimbledon players. It goes to Helena Diaz-Butcher to Jess Graham. Purnell's looking to move it forward, trying to make it to Ali Colston, but it's just not going to get there. It falls to Kelly Hyman, and Lauren Allen boots it away. Wimbledon on the attack. It's Rosie Russell on the ball. To Hinks. Trying to get it in, but it falls safely to Hunt, who falls to the ground and makes the save. From the times we've seen Hunt, she's quite impressed me, really. I've watched her in training a lot. She's very good on one-on-ones and making sure the ball gets secured. What are your thoughts on her?
Yeah, I've only seen her in the Actonians game, which was a couple of weeks ago. But she performed well in that game, made some good saves, kept the score at 0-0, vital points in the game, and allowed the women to go on and win the game, basically. But I think it'd be good for Emily and Georgina to work well together. So hopefully they can drive each other on and provide good competition.
Absolutely. Wimbledon's still on the attack, but Lane's trying to clear it. Tackle goes in then, but it's given as a goal kick. Hunt stepping up to the spot. shooting it long, falls to a Wimbledon player. McDonald gets to it, skips over the attempt of tackle. She moves forward, great pass from Haynes there. Getting it to Stripple, trying to move it forward, but it just goes too far into the Wimbledon players and passes it back to the goalkeeper. Haynes attempting to grab the ball there, just misses, but it was a good attempt there from Billy. Jess Graham keeping on the pressure on Fran Ali. Stripple. Purnell to Clifford. Clifford moving it forward to Coulson, just misses out. Falls to McDonald. Fivish. Keep on going. To Coulson, just can't get to it. One of the Wimbledon defenders, Billy Brooks, just in her way, can't get to the ball. Well, Wimbledon putting up a good defence here, do you think?
Yeah, they're misplaced pass there, allows swimming corner, but yeah, you can see they're dangerous going forward. Got a good couple of crosses in early, providing the threat. Defending reasonably well so far. Just need to maybe move them around a little bit more to provide those gaps. Maybe if they're stuck down one side, turn out, come out the other side and play down the other, so we can create those gaps to slide those balls in for Annie and Ellie Stripple to run onto.
We got a corner now for Swindon Town. Ellie Stripple's going to step up and take it. Try and send it into the box. Goes closely to McDonald and just goes wide. Stripple hangs her head in shame. She's a very passionate player, Stripple. She provides good service for the strikers, and she likes to see opportunities and take them. Diaz Butcher just trying to get the ball, but it goes out for a throw-in for Wimbledon. Referee sending her back into the correct place, requesting a retake. So Mike Cook's only been in charge since about February time. Do you think he's made a big difference and an important difference to the Swindon Town women's team?
I think so. From what I've seen, definitely this season, they're definitely working together, and I didn't see a lot of them last year, so I can't really comment. But from this season, what I've seen, they're a team. They work together, they work hard, playing good football. I can definitely see that Mike's brought his in his style from other teams he's been at. So, yeah, just hopefully the girls can keep playing and do well.
Swindon on the attack. Just a shot in there from one of the Wimbledon players, but it goes safely into the hands of Georgina Hunt. Yeah, he has a lot of. He's brought in a lot of new players this season, created practically a whole new team, and they seem to be gelling quite well. How do you think they've been doing as a team?
Yeah, they've been really well. There's been good spells in every pre-season game. Lots of good performances. Obviously, there's things that you work on during the season and pre-seasons, but even against Exeter, who were meant to be one of the better teams in the league, that was a very good performance. Very unlucky to lose 3-1. Definitely wasn't a 3-1 game. And there's obviously positives from that. So if they can keep that momentum going and keep those performances, I'm sure they'll win games this year and do really well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that all the games where Town have lost points, it's been very disappointing. They've played well, but they just haven't been able to capitalise on those opportunities. Wimbledon attempting a cross into the box, but it falls to Hunt. Drop kick from Hunt to Butcher. Just overshoots it and falls to another Wimbledon player. Suarez pushing it forward, but again, straight to Hunt. Mike Cook attempting to have some words with the liner. Hinks moving it forward to Goddard. But Randall puts in a good defence effort. Goes out for a goal kick. We're 13 minutes into the game. Goal kick for Hunt. Goes short to Clifford. Putting it wide. Tempting Annie's Colston, but it falls to Hyman. It's Hinks. Clifford. Clearing it. Goes out of play, which will be a throw-in for Wimbledon. Clifford's been putting in a good attempt of defence at the moment. Obviously, it's still 0-0 at the moment, and she's doing a good job being captain this season. How are you thinking of that?
Yeah, she's coming to the side, obviously brand new, but obviously with her experience playing in WSL 2, without unfortunately having a couple of injuries, but she's leading the young line quite well. So different role for her, being more of a mentor for those younger players, but I think she's doing it really well.
Absolutely. Free kick for Wimbledon. Sends it in. And it Randall looks like it heads it wide and it goes out for a corner. I think that's number 8 lining up for the corner, Fran Alley. She shoots it in. Hunt punches it over the crossbar and again out for another corner on the other side. Do you think that was a good attempt for a clearance from Hunt?
I think she had probably a little bit more time than she originally thought. Maybe she felt the presence. It's always difficult for a goalie. When you're in that 6-yard box, you feel bodies everywhere. So at the moment, the ball's not in the back of the net, but that's probably the main thing.
Hinks takes the next corner. Haynes puts it away. And it once again goes out for a corner. Hinks to take again. Billy Haynes trying to follow her player Billingham. Got players on the near post and the far post. It's sent in and it goes over the crossbar by one of the Wimbledon players. That will be a goal kick. Hunt takes the goal kick short to Randall. And it just crosses over the line. Holly Randall's quite impressed me. She's an aggressive player, but not too aggressive. She did get sent off in the first game, which was a bit disappointing as she's 16. She's a very young player, but for me, she's been quite impressive. Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, from what I've seen from pre-season, I think she's brand new into the side. Young player, learning her trade, but she's done really well. She's good in the air, good defensively. Unfortunate to get sent off in that first game, but I think it was a tackle that needed to be made. The striker was clean through, so at the end of the day, she saved a goal. So, and I think you take that. Unfortunately, it's a learning curve for her, but it's one of those where it's not a bad decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes sacrifices like that need to be made. We mentioned Holly Beckeson not present for this game as she got sent off in the last minute against Keynsham. I think that was, again, a necessary tackle. It was a Keynsham player on the attack and just managed to get rid of the threat. Stripple, I'm not sure who's down there. I think it's, Taylor McDonald down. I think she's okay to continue. Stripple checking up on her. All good. It'll be a free kick now. 18 yards away from the halfway line. McDonald's behind it. Takes a shot. Falls to a Wimbledon player. Wimbledon instantly on the counter-attack, moving it forward. And Helena Diaz-Butcher just trying to put that fire out. It's Graham. Randall trying to get in. Graham's on the hunt again. Stripple moving the ball forward to Colston. But it just goes wide, out for a corner on the right-hand side, which will be taken by Billy Haynes. I know they've been working on their corner tactics this season quite a lot, experimenting. What are your thoughts on the way they've been doing their corners at the moment?
They've looked dangerous. Corners are such a big part of the game, and if you can utilise it and cause issues from it and get opportunities, then it's the best way to try and create an opportunity to score. So, yeah, I think it's a massive point of the game, and obviously you need to be able to do it from both boxes, defending and attacking. So, yeah, I think the girls can use those opportunities to score.
Definitely. Unfortunately, that corner came to nothing. Quick goal kick for Wimbledon. Falls to Hyman. Back to Allen. Goes wide. And once again on the attack, that's Suarez. To Viversh. Lanes. Back to Wimbledon. Suarez again. And it goes out wide for a throw-in. Throw-in taken. Pushing the ball into the box. Hunt safely catches it once again. Stripple attempting to get the ball. Gibson behind her. Good attempt to try and get the ball there. Just puts it through her legs and goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in has been given to Swindon. Grace Pennell will be taking it. Another young woman joining the squad. Welsh international. Age grade. To Pennell. To Stripple. Pennell with the throw-in again. To Haynes. Attempting. Haynes just sweeps out the legs of the opposition player, which is Fran Ali. To Hyman. Billy Brooks. Hyman. Pushing forward. Attempting a cross. But it falls into the hand of Hunt, just overshoots it there. Wimbledon have been on the attack quite a lot, but it hasn't seemed to come of anything. What do you think of kind of the way they're going about this?
They're quite aggressive, they're quite direct. I think Swindon have held a really good line defensively, so most of the balls over the top Wimbledon haven't been able to pick up because they've held so high and catching them offside, and Georgina Hunt in goal has played sort of a sweeper role and she's picked up most of the stray passes, so if they can keep that up, and that's all really Wimbledon have got so far, then should be able to defend quite nicely against that and keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, a couple of stray passes from Swindon there. Leaves Wimbledon on the attack. That's Goddard to Gibson. And goes over the top of the goals. Be another goal kick for Hunt. Clifford giving some loud instructions. She's definitely been leading the way of the squad very well. She's been taking charge of a lot of the on-pitch things and off-pitch, organising ways that the girls can get to know each other a bit more. It's another thing that they've been focusing on in training is the teamwork and hoping for the girls to get to know each other, show how much fun football can be sometimes. Vivish in the ball. Butcher was calling for it, but it falls to Billingham. McDonald. It's a free kick for Wimbledon in their own half. Putting it as close to the line as they can. Moves it forward. Hits Pinnell. Haynes clears it to Stripple. Attempts a back pass to Lanes. But Brooks just gets to it. Lanes moves the ball forward. It's to Stripple. Stripple's racing into the box. Taking the shot herself. And it's 1-0 to Swindon Town. Ellie Stripple gets her first goal of the season. Lovely goal. Just runs into the box and takes the shot herself. Beats the goalkeeper 1-1. What are your thoughts on that goal, Lewis?
Very good counter-attack from Wimbledon set piece. Cleared the ball well. Held it up. Quick 1-2 with Diaz Butcher, and then Stripple driving through. She had options in the box, but she was confident in herself and slotted it into the bottom corner. So a very good goal.
Yeah, very happy for Ellie Stripple there. She's been looking forward to it all season. Last game, she was really trying to get the ball into the box, really trying to push the attack, and she's gotten what she deserves here.
Goal number 1, the Swindon Town scored by Ellie Stripple.
Stripple is another one of the newcomers that has come in this summer from Portishead. Again, on the attack, she's instantly got that burst of energy. Free kick for Swindon. I think that's McDonald on the ground. Stripple will be over it once again. Yellow card for one of the Wimbledon players. Stripple. Shoots it in. Just falls to one of the Wimbledon players, but she's going to attempt to make that an attack once again. Attempting to get to Colston, but it just falls to one of the Wimbledon players. McDonald keeping the pressure on. Wimbledon making their way forward. Fran Alley. To Goddard. McDonald wins it. To Lanes. To Colston, she's making her way into the box. She's just trying to beat Kelly Hyman. Needs a bit of support there, but it goes out for a throw-in. Ellie's been so impressive for the time she's been with the club. She's gelled with the players really well. How well do you think she's been playing?
Yeah, very well. Again, same as all the girls. In all the games, they've been performing really well. Driving into the box now, puts a good ball, dangerous ball into the box. Unfortunately, no one's there. But yeah, all the girls have performed really well. So great to see her get on the score sheet now. Hopefully that'll give them a lift for the next couple of minutes and finish the half off strong.
Absolutely. Yeah, that ball just went through the hands of Allen. Fran Alley. To Gibson. To Hyman. Billingham. To Hinks. And it goes to Holly Randall. McDonald. Swindon back on the ball. Haynes just manages to hit the Wimbledon player, so puts the ball out of possession. Attempting to move it forward instantly. Hinks. To Russell. Clifford sending it, attempting the clearance. but just falls to the end of the box. Stripple is going to be on the attack already. Colston's going for it, attempting a one-on-one with the keeper, but Lauren Allen just clears it out of the box. Throw in for Swindon. Vivash is going to take it. Tempo's really quickening up now. Swindon will be hoping to get another goal, and Wimbledon will be hoping to remove the deficit. And we're going in for a drinks break. And it's been a very exciting first half, especially from Swindon's point of view, making sure all the players stay hydrated. As I said, it cooled down a bit today, but it's still roasting, to be honest. But yeah, so what have you thought of that first half of the first half?
Yeah, good performance. Dealt with Wimbledon's attack reasonably well, limited them to very few chances, created a few ourselves and got that goal. So I think applying that bit more pressure, we can see a bit more ruthlessness up front and be a bit more clinical. But from all the games since the start of the season, you can see all the things working well and see things gelling now. So hopefully they've found that formula and cracked it, and it will just keep getting better and better.
Absolutely. Really impressive first part of the match. At this moment, I'd like to encourage you to follow Swindon Town Women on all of the social medias. The Twitter is Swindon Town WFC, and the Instagram is Swindon Town WFC again. Give the support to the women. As I said, once again, we'll be back at the county ground next week on Sunday, 2 p.m, against Southampton Women FC. Well, we'll be facing our manager from the previous season, so it'll be a big game for the women. They're looking forward to it. I think Georgina Hunt's goalkeeping has helped definitely to ensure that they don't get a goal at all. The defence has been strong, definitely. I think Ellie Stripple took the opportunities that she's seen, and I think that's what helped her get that goal. Just coming out to get back into position after the drinks break now. A good crowd today, filling out the dugout side of the stadium. A lot of grassroots football teams joining us today, which we have the pleasure of hosting. So we'll start back play with the throw-in for Swindon. Vivesh attempting to get to Colston, but it just hits one of the Wimbledon players and goes out for another throw-in. Photographer passes the ball back to Vivesh. To Colston, attempting to be on the turn, but there's no one else in the box to support her or put in the attack. It goes to Lauren Allen. Allen boots it. To Clifford. To Birmingham. To Ali. Hyman. Passing it around the back. Goddard moving it, attempting to move it forward. Falling to Lanes. McDonald to Stripple. Lovely bit of work there. Butcher just hits one of the Wimbledon defenders to go out for a corner. Lovely bit of play there. What do you think, Lewis?
Yeah, great combination play between Stripple and Diaz Butcher. Got into the byline Good defending, to be fair, to cover, but if she finds Colston in the middle, I think she's got a tap in. So unfortunate, but good signs again from Swindon.
Absolutely. Haynes steps up to take the corner. Wimbledon both putting 2 players on the near and far post. It falls to Colston, but it just falls into the hands of Allen. Back out to Haynes, sending it in. Clifford attempting to get to it, but it falls to one of the Wimbledon players, attempting the counter attack almost instantly. It falls to Hinks. Diaz Butcher intercepts. Billingham goes out for a throw-in. I think that was great interception by Diaz Butcher there. She's very confident on the pitch, and it's good to see because she's fast and she's definitely using her pace for good. Russell. Haynes putting a putting a foot in there, but it falls to Fran Ali, and Jess attempts to clear it. What do you think of that clearance from, or attempted clearance from Haynes there?
Yeah, it was a good tackle. But before, it was a very good stop from Gypsy Vivashan here, making sure the pass wasn't clean, and then Diaz Butcher on the cover as well. It was a good recovery one from both of them, and stopped Wimbledon on a dangerous attack.
Swindon women are definitely attempting to keep the pressure on. Suarez gets the ball that has been sent in by Rosie Russell. Hannah Billingham. Clifford gets it after an attempt on goal. Clifford, Hunt. Hunt sends it long, attempting to get to Stripple, but it falls to Ali. McDonald, Colston, fighting, just trying to wiggle her way out of that one from the Dons players. And it falls to Goddard. Vivash is on the hunt again. She moves it forward, attempting to get to Lanes, but it falls to Allen. On Swindon's bench this afternoon, we've got McGrogan, Sophie Greenslade, Meg Jarvis, Mia Mugford, and Sky Hull, all warming up for the moment. Wimbledon's bench is Baker, Mann, Taylor, Plewer, and Sampson. Cook encouraging Haynes to push on. She's moving forward down at the left-hand side into the box, but it just gets cleared by one of the Wimbledon players. It's gone out for a throw-in. Pinal will be the one to take it on this side. Putting it to Stripple on the turn. Just can't get there quick enough. Jess attempting to get it in. Just going into the Swindon boxes. Mike Cook is almost taken out by one of the Wimbledon players. But it goes out for another throw-in. Pinal. And that's Nicola Gibson. Looking like she's going to get a yellow card. It's given to Gibson. Throw-in will be Pinal, right in front of Swindon's dugout. Talking with manager Mike Cook and assistant Richard. Attempting to get Haynes back. Throws it in. Attempts to get to Haynes, but just overthrown. Colston to Haynes, but just falls to one of the Wimbledon players. It'll be a throw-in for Wimbledon. Rosie Russell taking it. Attempts to get to Jess Graham and Hinks. Goddard. Billingham. Attempting to get it to Suarez, but Clifford manages to get it. Colston on turns. Lanes on the run, showing her pace as she usually can. Swindon players attempting to get into the box, but they're crowded by a bunch of Wimbledon players. Stripple attempts to hit it, but it just doesn't hit it right, and it's cleared by one of the Wimbledon players, Vivesh in to Wimbledon players. Vivesh once again. Lanes attempting to cross it into Colston, no one there to support her, and Wimbledon push it back out again. Again falls to Vivesh. And it's back in Wimbledon's possession. Vivesh. Attempting a run down the right-hand side. Not enough bodies for Swindon in the box at the moment, or pushing forward. A throw-in for Swindon. Vivesh. Sends it in to MacDonald. Graham on the edge of the box. Over the top. Just goes out for a goal kick. They seem to have done their research. They're marking Annie Colston with almost 3 players. Do you think makes it a lot harder for Colston to try and get her balls in?
Yeah, she's been very clinical. Been a bit unfortunate in recent games not to have that final finish, but I'm sure she'll be able to get on something on the end today. We look so dangerous going forward, and I think the girls just need to sort of hold off a little bit, because they seem to be crossing just a little bit too early when there's only Annie in there. Maybe need to hold off slightly and allow a couple of more bodies to get into the box, so we have more chance of getting on the end of one of those dangerous crosses that are being put in.
Pinal's on the ball at the moment, trying to get it to Haynes, but it just hits one of the Wimbledon players. It's Graham's first start of the season. How much has she impressed you so far?
Yeah, she's been running about, putting challenges in everywhere, but on the ball she's been good. Her and Taylor McDonald been switching the play nicely, been switching it from one side to the other and keeping the tempo of the play going well, and it's causing Wimbledon problems, because when Swindon have come out from one side, gone through the middle and come out the other, there's gaps opened up, and been able to slide Diaz Butcher in behind, Ellie Stripple in behind, and get Annie Colston on the ball in and around their box.
40 minutes gone, 5 minutes until half-time. Attempting to get the ball through, Stripple sending it through. Linesman calls it offside from Butcher. I think they're slowly realising that Stripple is also quite a big attacking player. She's threatening the attack. This is a goal kick from Lauren Allen. To Randall. MacDonald passing it to Stripple without much warning, so it falls straight to one of the Wimbledon players. Haynes gets it, trying to move forward. It goes out of play. There'll be a throw-in for Swindon. And Purnell. Purnell to take it. Haynes. Colston. Colston once again. MacDonald sending it to Vivesh. MacDonald's attempting to put in a tackle then, but there was not much communication there from Vivesh, so she did not have much warning on whether the ball was coming back to her or not. Goal kick from Allen. Purnell. Vivesh. Lanes. To Goddard. Suarez. Back to Goddard. Donovan. Haynes attempting to get to it, but it falls to Hinks. Vivesh. Pushing the ball forward, but it falls to Brooks. Back to Allen. Allen puts it long. Attempting to get to Bingham, but it falls to Vivesh. Throwing in a dangerous position for Wimbledon. Swindon will need to be careful of this. Suarez. Billingham with that lovely pass back from Suarez to Hinks, but Hunt puts it over the top of the bar. Lovely goalkeeping from Hunt there. It's a corner for Wimbledon on the right hand side. They're definitely making their attacks dangerous. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, they've been threatening all of the first half, so women need to stay switched on, do their jobs right, and hopefully go in 1-0 up. And because going at 1-1, it changes the game slightly. Wimbledon get a little bit more enthusiasm, so hopefully they can keep it at 1-0.
Thank you. Hinks sends across the corner in, but it goes out wide. Stripple on the run to Colston. Still trying to move forward, but Swindon defence have her. Lanes to Graham, pushing the ball forward. Lanes attempting to get it again, but it is taken away by one of the Wimbledon defenders. Suarez. Clifford. Randall. To Purnell. Purnell's lovely turn. Getting pressure being put on by one of the Wimbledon players, Hinks. Clifford. To Russell. Goddard. Pressure being put on by Suarez on Clifford, but Hunt has managed to get the ball and clear it and put it out for a throw-in. Tingle by Ali to Russell. But it goes out but Purnell puts it out for a corner. It'll be Hinks. Hinks sends it in. Randall clears it. McDonald, sorry. Wimbledon attempting to get the ball back in, but Clifford clears it very well, trying to get to Lanes. Lanes on the run. Moving forward, she's got Annie Colston across from her. Wimbledon defence being strong. Colston sends it in, and it's 2-0. Annie Colston getting the second goal of the game. Very impressive. Once again, it's the Diaz-Butcher lane on the assist. Lanes and Colston, lovely duo. What do you think of that?
Yeah, we've said all of the first half. They've looked dangerous on the counter-attack, especially with Diaz-Butcher's pace up there. Good clearance, or you could say long pass from Clifford at the back, over the top for Lanes to drive inside, slip it across for Annie Colston to get her goal, which she's deserved.
Yeah, without that ball from Clifford, that was not possible. So it was a beautiful cross over the top. At 46 minutes, so into added time.
Swindon Town, Annie Colston.
Wimbledon passing it around the back. Hyman. Donovan trying to push it forward, but Clifford gets it once again. Purnell. Russell tried to get it from Purnell, but Clifford manages to get it securely. It goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in from Wimbledon. Goes out once again after Suarez gets ahead to it. It's Russell taking the throw-ins. Keeper calls for it. Randall passes it to Hunt. Randall. Vivesh. Attempting to get it forward to lanes, but Goddard is just there. Oh, keeper makes a mistake. Colston's on the run. Oh, and Wimbledon's defence manages to secure it. What a mistake there from Wimbledon.
Yeah, I don't think the players saw it on the pass back to the goalie. Saw Annie Colston lurking in the middle. Just took a little bit too much time to get it onto her preferred foot. Should have just taken a snapshot, but good recovery from the Wimbledon defender to stop the third going in, basically.
Yeah, Annie Colston's one of the players who's impressed. Well, she impressed all of last season and impressing once again this season. That would have been her 6th goal of the season so far. Very impressive from Colston. And a lot of those goals are assisted by Helena Diaz-Butcher, actually. They make a very good duo. They have good communication between each other. McDonald. Sending the ball to lanes. Attempting to send the ball up, but no one's there. It goes to Brooks. Brooks to Billingham. McDonald.
For the water break. So it's your fault.
Discussions over extra time here at Swindon. Wimbledon on the ball. Russell. Graham attempting to get in. A bit of miscommunication there from the players. Randall manages to clear it well after a bit of miscommunication between Vivesh and Randall. It's a throw-in for Wimbledon. Swindon, apologies.
I'm not sure how it's not a Wimbledon throw.
I thought it was as well, but clearly the referee disagrees.
Was kicked out by Polly Randall, no? Interesting.
Clifford attempts to take the header, but it goes over the top of her head. It goes to Burnell. To Haynes. Lovely tackle once again. Suarez. Clifford attempt to clear it. Sent the wrong way. To Hinks. Putting it in. Hunt manages to clear it, but she leaves their goal vulnerable. It's 2-1 now. Wimbledon get there first. Yeah, Hunt managed to come out of the goal, clear it well, and then left her goal line a bit vulnerable there, don't you think?
I think it's the right decision to come. Potentially maybe wrong decision to punch again, similar to the corner we had earlier on. Maybe she had more time than she thought and caused an issue for herself. But unfortunate to go in at 2-1. I think the girls played really well first half and deserved to be 2 up, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Good first half for Swindon. It's now half time. Going in at 2-1 to Swindon Town. Let's go. Welcome back to the county ground. We're getting going for the second half of Swindon Town versus AFC Wimbledon. Apologies for the issues on Twitch. That is out of the club's hands, unfortunately, but thankfully we are now on YouTube and that is all started. Ellie Stripple will be kicking off the second half for us today. Wimbledon just finishing off their team talk. And a welcome back to Lewis Ward. Ellie Strippold kicks us off to Clifford. Wimbledon on the attack. Goddard to Hinks. Suarez trying to get to it, but Purnell heads it away. Donovan. Hinks. Clifford running to clear it. Clears it out of play. So after that first half, what do you think are the things that the team needs to improve on for the second half?
I think Mike would have said to him he was disappointed that they conceded just before half time. I think it totally changes the game coming out in the second half because of obviously the scoreline, but just the motivation of Wimbledon is now different. They could have gone in flat, deflated, but now they come out. They've had a little boost just before half time. I think the team have got to be resilient in this opening stages because Wimbledon would probably have had a little bit of a talk into to liven up, coming out quick and fast. So they've got to be really resilient in this opening stages.
Thrown for Wimbledon. Taken by Billingham. And it'll be another. Attempted to get straight into the box by Goddard, but Randall clears it. Goddard. Suarez, but it's cleared by Swindon. Billingham. Ali heading it in. Hunt gets it safely. Hunt sends it long to Lanes, but fails to get it. It's another throw in for Swindon by Billingham. Randall clears it to Colston. Attempted to get a good touch on it. Falls to one of the Wimbledon players, but Jess Graham attempts to get it and fails. Wimbledon on the attack. Suarez turning away from Purnell and running into Haynes. McDonald attempted to head the ball away, taking down one of the players. Haynes is still down. Your teammates checking up on her. Not needing to send the physios on at the moment, so it luckily isn't too bad. Running it off. Corner for Wimbledon. Taken on the far side. Wimbledon whips it in. Straight out. You can see Haynes just trying to run away the injury. But that was a poor corner from Wimbledon, don't you think?
Yeah, we spoke about in the first half how corners are so vital to the game, and luckily for Swindon it wasn't good delivery, but for Wimbledon be disappointed.
It's McDonald. Graham. Purnell. Haynes on the run. Hyman. Wimbledon on the attack once again. Purnell trying to get to it. Almost kept it in, but it's gone out for a goal kick. There's a good defence there from Grace Purnell. Hunt keeping hold of the ball, sending it out to Randall. McDonald turns, attempts to find one of the Swindon players, but it falls to Suarez. It's a long shot on goal, goes wide. Corner for Wimbledon. Number 9, Ashley Hinks will be taking it. Sends it in. Shoots it over. Luckily, Swindon managed to hit it away. Randall. Haynes. Goddard. Suarez. Sending it in. Trying to get to Billingham. Vivesh keeping it in. Hinks. Sending it in. Clifford clearing it. Ali. To Hyman. To Russell. Sending it over to Suarez. McDonald attempting to get it, but sends it over to Haynes. Haynes is trying to make a way forward on the attack. Overshoots it, and it falls to Lauren Allen, the Wimbledon goalkeeper. Wimbledon in possession. McDonald. Stripple. Diaz-Butcher. Oh, Diaz-Butcher almost getting a misplaced pass from the goalkeeper there. Falls to McDonald. Wimbledon. Diaz-Butcher getting it once again. Ali with the run there. Hinks to Ali. Butcher attempting to get the ball. Free kick to Wimbledon. Wimbledon making a change. Number 7, Plua is coming on for 17, Sandra Suarez. Free kick for Wimbledon, taken by Hinks, sending it in, and it hits the back of the net. Wimbledon defence is on. The Swindon defence is almost at a standstill, and it just goes past Georgia Hunt. 2-2. What are you thinking about that free kick?
It's difficult, isn't it? It's a straight one, straight through the middle. Don't know if the defensive line could have been a little bit higher. But yeah, it's an unfortunate goal to concede. Frustrating for Swindon there, really frustrating.
Yeah, do you think there's much more that Hunt could have done?
It's difficult to say. She's seen it from a different angle from we are. Loads of variables in front of her. Potentially, it's all if, buts and maybes it from up here.
Absolutely. Swindon will be trying to get another one back at the moment. If the game ends as it is, it goes to extra time, and then again, penalties afterwards. Plua. Vavish taking the ball away from her. Back to Plua. Randall. Plua bodying Vivesh. A bit of tussle between Vivesh and Plua. Randall to take the free kick. Holly looking to take it to Stripple. It falls to her, but goes to the Wimbledon player in front. Referee says a bit of tussling. Wimbledon free kick, taken by Billy Brooks. Sending it in. Manages to get it into the box, but it's headed away by Clifford. Back in, and number 16, Emily Donovan, attempts to shot on goal, but it just goes wide. Goal kick for Hunt. Hunt's going to send it short to Randall. Randall was pulled over by the opposition player. I think it was Hinks. What's your thoughts on that move?
Yeah, she'd beaten her. Randall stepped across her, and it's just a cheap striker foul, just to slow the momentum of Swindon. Unfortunate because Holly had stepped past her and was through, so a good tactical foul really from Wimbledon.
Absolutely. Stripple to McDonald. Getting the ball to Graham, trying to move the ball forward, but there's no one there. It just goes too far for Annie Colston. It goes back to the Wimbledon keeper, Allen. Handball. Referee hasn't given it. Colston has a shot on goal, but it falls safely into the hands of Allen. Do you think Swindon are going to end up getting a little bit panicky now, attempting to get another goal?
I don't think so. I think it's 0-0 at the end of the day now. It's 2-2, it's drawing, so they've just got to stay focused, go back to basics, go back to what they're doing well in the first half of the first half, really, and start playing how they were. Because at the end of the day, they've come away from that slightly, and it's cost them.
Yeah, it's almost like it is a complete restart now, and I think that's the way that the players need to look at it. 57 minutes on the clock. Throw in for Wimbledon. Falls to Ali. Brooks. Back to Allen. Russell. Sending it along the line. Doesn't find any of the other Wimbledon players. Hunt picks it up. To Randall. Randall attempts to send it along to Diaz, but it just falls to Billingham. Colston attempting to get it, but it goes to Ali. Graham fighting for it. Wimbledon in possession. Stripple attempting to make a good tackle. It was brilliant. McDonald to Colston. Colston sending it forward for Annie Colston to get it. Falls to Lanes, making a turn. It's gone to Stripple in the box. Oh, and she just puts it wide. And linesman says it's offside. It's a corner for Swindon. Haynes is going to come up and take it. What do you think of that run of play, Lewis?
Little mix-up from Wimbledon. Good interceptions by Taylor McDonald playing through to Annie Colston. Then into Diaz Butcher, who slipped Ellie Stripple through, and a good save by the keeper on the angle.
Absolutely. Haynes sends it in. I'm not sure who it falls to. Keeper attempts to get it and throws her arms up. Wimbledon clear it. Hinks tries to fight for it with Helena Diaz Butcher. They're in for Wimbledon. Falls to Ali. Back to Russell. Randall. To Burks. Sends it to McDonald. McDonald sends it forward, seeing if Annie Colston can get to it, but it's just out of reach for her. Billingham sends it back to the keeper, Allen. Russell. To Gibson. Gibson sends it forward, seeing if she can put on the attack. Lewis is running for it, fighting with Clifford, and Hunt just about manages to put it over. It's corner for Wimbledon. What do you think of that save for Hunt?
Yeah, it's a good save by Jordina. It's a good run down the right, tricky feet inside, and then open up the goal. But it's a good save, tipped over the bar, and Swindon defending now. So yeah, they need to be resilient.
60 minutes gone. Corner for Wimbledon, taking on the far side. It'll be Hinks sending it in once again. Mike Cook is swapping the side of his defenders on the near post and the far post. Hinks sets it up. Sends it in. Falls to the ground. Donovan puts it back out to Hinks. Clifford gets a touch. Once again falls to a Wimbledon player. It's Ashley Goddard. Purnell attempts to clear it, but it falls back to one of the Wimbledon players. Lanes is keeping the pressure on. Falls to Ali. Haynes. Graham. Sending it back to Randall. Randall looks to send it forward to Lanes. Just about does, but it doesn't have the support, so it falls to another Wimbledon player. Brooke sends it back. Wimbledon in possession. Allen. Looks like Wimbledon are almost trying to slow the game down a bit.
Maybe a little bit. They're a little bit more direct, so maybe they're trying to get everyone set before they do go longer. But I think that's where Swindon can use their pressure and use their pace to put Wimbledon under pressure and not allow them to get set and fluster them and cause problems.
Stripple. Getting the ball into the box. Sending it through to Colston, but it goes and hits one of the Wimbledon players. Lanes finds it. To Colston. Falls to Haynes. She doesn't get enough power on it. McDonald attempts again, but it falls to one of the defenders. Good defending from Wimbledon there. Haynes needed to get a little bit more power on her shot. It looks like Megan Jarvis will be coming on. Do you know who you'd sub off for Megan Jarvis at the moment?
She might be looking at one of the wingers. Maybe potentially Jess Graham, maybe go a bit more attacking in midfield. Maybe move Ellie Stripple back and then can put Meg Jarvis on alongside Annie Colston. So yeah, one of the either a winger or Jess Graham, I reckon.
Haynes to McDonald, sending it forward, finding Lanes, just overshoots it, falls back into the hands of Lauren Allen. Allen comes out of the box, passes it to Russell. Hyman. Burks. Allen again. Stripple keeping the pressure on, attempting to force a mistake from the Wimbledon side. Ali. Putting it out wide. Stripple keeping it in, sending it over. Colson in the box, but Brooks keeps it out. Great. Graham trying to send it in, but it falls into the hand of Lauren Allen. Swindon trying to wake the game up, send some balls in to the box. Drop kick for Allen. Falls to Graham. McDonald. Vivish, sorry. Vivish puts it out wide. It's a throw-in for Wimbledon. Double substitution. Haynes off for Jarvis. And number 16, Emily Donovan, off for another player from Wimbledon. Unfortunately, the score sheet did not have any numbers on, so not sure exactly who came on, but we'll try to figure that out for you. Goddard sends it forward. Another attempt on goal, but it just goes wide.
Wimbledon's number 4.
Yes, number 4. Unfortunately, the names don't have numbers next to them, so. Goal kick for Swindon. Hunt's assessing the options. Sends it long, attempting to get to Randall, but McDonald, but Wimbledon players get in the way. Lane's on the run, trying to beat Brooks for the ball. Brooks just puts it out of play, so it's a throw-in for Swindon. Penalt is about to take it. Penal takes it to Stripple. And number 15, Nicola Gibson, puts it out wide. Puts it out of play just again, and Penal takes it again. Again, taking it short to Stripple. And it goes out of play again. Penal once again with the throw-in. Butch Diaz. Colston in the box, attempting to get across it to someone, but it just falls to one of the Wimbledon players. Wimbledon now instantly on the counter-attack. It falls to Hinks. She's moving forward the ball, Randall in front of her. Going past all the Swindon players, but McDonald manages to depossess her. Falls to another Wimbledon player. Gibson. Jarvis. Jarvis loses it, and it goes to the other Wimbledon player. Out for a throw-in. Wimbledon in possession. Randall. To Jarvis. Jarvis passing it back to Bivesh. Bivesh's pass had a deflection, but it was about to fall to Stripple. And another Wimbledon player falls on top of it, so it's a free kick to Wimbledon. Number 9, Ashley Hinks is taking it. 68 minutes gone. Hinks sends it in. But she misses all the Wimbledon players and it falls safely into the hands of Hunt. Hunt sends it instantly to Stripple, but Hinks is able to get it again. Penal attempts tackle. Randall, very impressive with that tackle. Thoughts on that tackle, Lewis?
Yeah, 2 strong tackles from Grace Purnell originally and then Holly Randall straight away. Both needed, both very good tackles, and just a little bit eager from Georgina Hunt to throw the ball out to Stripple. I don't think it's quite on to do. Maybe just need to relax, slow it down a little bit and get them set after Wimbledon attack.
Yeah, definitely needed to take a little bit more time on it, but luckily in the end it hasn't proved the biggest mistake. Goal kick for Hunt. Hunt sends it long. McDonald to Stripple, to Graham. Graham turns, sends it to Diaz-Butcher. Stripple just hitting the Wimbledon player once again. Diaz sends it out of play. Thrown for Wimbledon. to Hinks. Hinks into the box to Plua. Plua to Billingham. And it goes wide. Clifford. Back to Hunt. Hunt sends it to Lanes. They're in for Swindon. Purnell. Graham attempting to keep it in. Throw in. Straight out again. Foul throw? Or out of play?
Came onto the pitch, which means it should still be a Swindon throw.
Yeah, still a Swindon throw. Purnell takes it. Sends it to Butcher. Hits Billingham. Graham. Again, the Wimbledon players get it. Vivesh. Sending it to Jarvis, who has Russell on her. Vivesh. To Diaz Butcher in the box. Looking for who to send it to. Send it to Coulson, but Wimbledon defence just get to it and send it out. Gollard. Sends it to Colston. Colston attempts to send it to Stripple, but it just hits the other Wimbledon player. Diaz Butcher. Purnell. To Stripple. Stripple's trying to send it in, but it just hits Billingham, who puts it out for a free corner. Stripple getting the ball for a corner. She sends it in. Vivesh. Just goes over the top of the goal as Coulson ends up on the floor. Goal kick for Wimbledon. Drinks break at the moment. How do you think that first half of the second half has gone, Lewis?
It's been frustrating for Swindon, allowing them to get back into the game. Maybe a little bit too easy, giving away a cheap free kick in a relatively dangerous position. Reaction after the goal's been good. Just need to be a little bit more clinical, creating great chances in the final third. Just need to tuck one away, and then I think that momentum from getting the next goal will drive them on, and they'll see the game out.
Absolutely, and I think, as you mentioned, the final third has been some of the strongest parts of their game. So hopefully they just need to really execute the chances that they get there. Do you have any changes that you'd make yourself to the squad during the second half, or do you think that it's best to leave it as it is?
I think someone's getting ready for a change now, but that's up to the manager. I think at the moment, team's playing relatively well, so they're creating those chances. Let them keep going and drive them on, but it might be make a sub and it might be a change of formation. So that change of formation might unlock Wimbledon a bit easier, and they might start flowing the ball through midfield and wider areas and creating even better chances.
Wimbledon goalkeeper Lauren Allen just having a stretch inside the goal there during this drinks break. She's taken that as the opportunity. Back to get going once again. It's goal kick for Lauren Allen. Lauren Allen to take it.
Substitution for Swindon Town, midfield Grace Purnell, and replacing number 27, Sky Hull.
Pinnell off for Sky Hull for Swindon. MacDonald sends it to Hull. Randall boots it to Diaz-Butcher. Falls to Wimbledon. Randall once again sending it forward. Ooh. Jess Graham. Vivesh attempting to send it forward. Falls into the hand of the goalkeeper. Allen sends it long. Falls to Randall. Diaz-Butcher on the counter-attack instantly. She's running forward, as she always does, using that pace, trying to send the ball into Colston. Falls to Stripple, and it's 3-2! Stripple gets his second goal of the game and his second goal of the season. She does her gritty, and she celebrates with the team. What are your thoughts on that, Lewis?
Yeah, it's how we've been speaking. It's another counter-attack by Swindon. Picked up from their goal kick. Good header by Holly Randall into Diaz-Butcher. Breaks down the line. Great cut back into Stripple. And a good, cool, comfortable finish. Make it 3-2 to Swindon.
Very good goal. She's been focusing on moving forward for a lot of the last couple of games, especially against Keynsham. She was testing out those different opportunities, and she gets her second of the game and her second of the season. And we're off again. Wimbledon in possession. Plua. Vivesh trying to get to it, but Plua on the run. Speedy. Almost another opportunity for Wimbledon there, but number 9, Hinks, sends it over the top. "77 minutes into the game. Hunt shouting to her fellow players. Sends it to Graham, but she gets a bit of a shove in her back. Wimbledon. Diaz-Butcher getting the ball. Moving it forward again. Stripple making the run. Brooks just gets to it. Stripple just testing and keeping the pressure on. It goes out of play. Throw in. Throw in for Swindon. Hull's about to take it. Swindon fans enjoying this game. Randall accidentally runs into the back of one of the Wimbledon players, gets herself a card. Free kick for Wimbledon. Taken by Brooks. Straight into the box. Falls to Sky Hull. Clears it short. Falls to Goddard. Hinks sends it in and it goes wide. Swindon corner. Bit of a miscommunication there from Hunt. Should have probably let it go out of play, but it's now given Wimbledon a corner. Thoughts on that, Lewis?
Yeah, maybe just unfortunate. I think I don't really know what she tried to do, but yeah, should have just let it go out, and then Swindon don't have to defend this corner, but they've got to stay switched on now, going into the last 10 minutes of the game. So it's mistakes like that need to be ironed out so they don't put pressure on themselves.
Ball sent in. Jarvis puts it out for another corner. Again, I think it's Hinks taking the corner. Sends it short. Vivish trying to get to it. Oh, so close. Just goes wide. The Wimbledon player sends it from the edge of the box. Goes just wide. Goal kick for Hunt. Hunt to Randall. Stripple. The attendance for this game is 309 people. As you've probably been hearing throughout the whole of the match, singing very loud. A lot of young girls here, hopefully getting inspired to carry on their careers and support Swindon along the way. Vivesh. Plua putting it out for a throw-in. Falls to another Wimbledon player out for another throw-in. Cleared by McDonald. Colston to Stripple, moving it forward for Lanes. She's about to get on a run once again. Sky Hull making the run for it, getting the ball into the box. No one there, falls to Allen. Out for another throw-in. Sky Hull to take. Diaz Butcher goes over the top of her head. Doesn't fall to another Swindon player. Sky Hull trying to get it once again. Girls seem to be getting a bit tired out there, you think, Lewis?
Yeah, last sort of 10 minutes of the game. It is a big pitch. Weather's humid, decisions, getting a little bit frustrated maybe, a little bit tired, so they just need to, as I said earlier, go back to sort of basics, stay resolute, resilient at the back, make sure clearances go distance, and pick and choose when they sort of sprint after balls back to their goalie so they can save themselves when they go forward.
Free kick from Wimbledon after an elbow in the back from McDonald. Sends it in. Falls to Goddard. Sky Hull in the box. Not clearing it too confidently. Sends it back in. Goes wide. Goal kick. Hunt takes it. Ball to McDonald. Diaz Butcher. Goes back into the possession of Wimbledon. Hinks to Clifford. Hinks trying to get it again. Balls to Jarvis. Fran Alley. Clifford. Hinks trying to get it again, but it's cleared by Randall. Stripple trying to get it, fails. McDonald gets the ball, sends it forward to Diaz Butcher. She's on her run. She can't be stopped. She's trying to get into the box. She's got multiple defenders around her. Colson's on the ball, sends it forward, and it's 4-2 to South to Swindon. Colston gets the goal. It's his second goal of the game. Brace for Annie Colston. The two goal scorers and an embrace there. 4-2 to Swindon. Thoughts on that, Lewis?
Yeah, it's the same story of every single goal, really. I think Diaz Butcher's got 4 assists of the game. Wimbledon attacking, Swindon breaking out, retaining the ball nicely. Diaz Butcher going on a nice run into the box, finding Colston's feet. And she does what she does best and finishes it into the bottom corner.
And we're back underway. Impressive game for Swindon at the moment. As you said, Helena Diaz-Butcher is always providing those assists with how fast she is. Clifford trying to clear the ball, but it goes out for a corner or a throw-in. Corner. Wimbledon's corner.
Goal number 4 for Swindon Town, scored by Annie Colston.
Oh, just to try to get in. Hunt's taken away from a goal line, and it falls to. It's gets put out again. Taylor McDonald on the floor. Looks like a bit of cramp, perhaps.
I think in the kind of melee in the box, I think she just got sort of stood on when they all jumped up and it just landed on her foot. It should be all right to continue.
Hopefully. Sometimes it's just a thing that tends to happen when there's a lot of people in the box. Not always intentionally, but she seems like she's sorting herself out and no medical assistance is brought on. She's up and going again. Throw-in for Wimbledon. Billingham to take. Taylor McDonald's racing after her again. She goes out again. Billingham takes the throw-in again. Sends it into the box. Falls to Sky Hull. Tries to take it away. Bit of a scramble for it. Stribble is on the run for it. She almost trips over her own feet. So it falls to the feet of Hinks. Sends it in. Sends it into Goddard, but Hunt manages to get it. She keeps it safely and smothers it. Thoughts on the goalkeeping there, Lewis?
Yeah, very good save. You see there, Swindon not making the most of their clearances, regaining the first pass, allow Wimbledon to sort of counter-attack back on Swindon. So great save from her, from its great ball over the top.
Diaz-Butcher just down on the floor. Seems like a little bit of a head collision, so physio's going on just to check. Almost like a second water break. Only 3 minutes left of the 90 here, so we'll be awaiting added time soon. Butcher seems as if she can carry on, just getting an extra check from the physios. With new rules in place, she's got to come off the pitch and come back on. Some substitutions going on for Wimbledon, it looks like, but I'm not sure. Diaz-Butcher getting hit in the face, it looked like, from Annie Colston there with the water. Giving the fans a little bit of the entertainment there. It was Hannah Billingham coming off then for number 10 for Wimbledon. Georgia Clifford. It's one of the Wimbledon players. Back to Clifford attempting to win the header. Falls to Wimbledon's number 10, Pluis. Vivish clears it away. Diaz-Butcher. Colston on the run. Trying to keep the pressure on, but it falls to Allen. And passes it back to Kelly Hyman. Wimbledon on the attack. It's Hinks. Hits Randall. McDonald sends it forward. Jarvis on the run with Hyman. Hyman passing it back to Allen. Stripple. Turns. Attempts to get it to another Swindon player, but runs right into the shoulder of one of the Wimbledon players. got the all okay from the referee on Stripple. Substitution. Helena Diaz-Butcher will be coming off. Mia Mugford coming on. What do you think of Diaz-Butcher's performance throughout this game?
Yeah, she's been very good. She's been very good all game. Obviously, 4 assists is phenomenal. But driving through that Wimbledon defence to lay the passes on for the strikers just to have easy tap-ins has been perfect. So, yeah, she's played really well.
Attempt on a direct goal from a free kick then, but it just goes over the top. Again, we have another repeat of the attendance there, 309. We thank everybody for coming along. And anybody that's watching the stream, if you want to come along to another women's game, we're here again next Sunday at County Ground against Southampton Women at 2 o'clock. Mia Mugford on the run. Sends it in, tries to get to Jarvis, but it goes over the top of the goal. Goal kick from Allen.
Today's official player of the match, sponsored by the AFC Business Group, is number 16, Ellie Stripple.
After her player of the match announcement, attempts to try and get another one from range. But yes, so STFC Business have chosen Ellie Stripple as their player of the match. If you'd like to sponsor the stream or have sponsor any other opportunities within Swindon Town Women's, get in contact with the club. Wimbledon on the attack, but McDonald clears it away. Sky Hull, Wimbledon. Grace McDonald trying to win it again against Wimbledon's number 4, but just can't get it. Jess Graham attempting to get it. McDonald. Colston just almost loses the ball there. Back to Wimbledon. Randall. This will almost be a full 90 minutes for Holly Randall and a couple of the other players. Jess Graham having their first starts. How do you think they've played?
Yeah, they've done well, and I think Mike Cook's got a good squad together, so no matter who starts in the league, I think they'll be able to put in a good performance, and it's good that there's all these cup games where you can give those players that maybe haven't had the minutes to come in, show what they can do. But I think everyone that's played today has shown that they can perform in the league and do well.
Absolutely, and I think Mike Cook may have a little bit of a headache to decide on his next starting lineup in the league. Thrown for Swindon. Sky Hull to take. Falls to Mugford. Stripple. Mugford. Back to Wimbledon. Billy Brooks with that clearance. Pluis. Hyman. Jess Graham trying to get it, but Fran Ali brings her down. Free kick for Wimbledon. It's Hinks that'll be sending it in. Hinks sends it in. Goes wide and past the goalie. Goal kick for Georgina Hunt. Hunt tries to get it to Graham, but it just goes over the top. Wimbledon. Clifford trying to deep test. Falls to Randall. Clears it well. But falls to another Wimbledon player. Plua offside. Children providing the free kick. Sending it out. To Jarvis. Out of play. Throw in for Wimbledon. Straight to Allen. McDonald. Jarvis. Graham. Stripple once again, making a run for it, trying to find Colston in the box, or would make the way to Mia Mugford. She's on the edge of the box, debating whether to send it in, having a little bit of a faff with it, but it goes out of play for a throw-in. Hull to take. To Colston in the box. She turns for it, attempts to score, but falls to Allen. And that is full time here at County Ground. 4-2 to Swindon Town women against Wimbledon. What are your thoughts on that result, Lewis?
Yeah, good performance in the end. Little sticky spell where they allowed women to get into it just before half time, and then just after that kind of 10-minute period where they conceded the 2 goals. But the reaction from going back to 2-2 to go on to win 4-2 was great, and they progressed to the next round.
And so thank you to Lewis, thank you to everyone watching and coming along. We will be back again next week here at the County Ground for Southampton women versus Swindon Town women. If you'd like to join us, that starts at 2 o'clock. Thank you for joining us, and hope to see you next time.
Thank you.